Hello, hello. I almost said it was Tuesday, but that's bugging me. It is Wednesday afternoon and it's about 5 o'clock. So technically it's still afternoon. Sorry that I did say afternoon. I meant to do earlier. It's I have no excuse. It just was I don't know where the days go. The older you get, the faster they go. Is that what they say? So, well, I had the gym this morning. And then it was hair day, of course. Shout out to my hairdresser, Christy. Woohoo, I love her, and a friend. Um, what else? Had to yeah, I cleaned. I did some laundry and I took a nap. That's what did I took a nap. I must confess. Everybody has to. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm sure there'll be a lot of replay warriors on this one because this is not the time that I normally go live, nor is it the day. And of course, it's 5 o'clock where I am here in the southern tier of New York State. So it's dinner time. But also in my town, it's graduation. So my husband and my daughter both work at the high school. So they are off to get ready for graduation tonight. Yes, Wednesday night. I don't know. It's just the way it's been for a few years. So they are off to high school graduation, and I'm going to craft. So I love it when it comes on time. I was going to do it last week, and I got so excited. And then I took it away with me on the weekend, last weekend, and I didn't do it. And so now I didn't open it. It's still in its plastic. I've heard lots of fun things about it. I've seen lots of other demonstrators work with it. So we're going to do it and we're going to do it together. But I really can't wait for next month's. Did you guys see the pictures of next month's paper pumpkin? It's a fancy fold and it's one that we have done ourselves actually not too long ago. I was looking to see if it was on my desk. And um it's the arch it's not the arch dies, but it's an arch fancy fold from what I could tell. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. And I'm so excited. So I'm happy. So if you're here, please say hi. Um, and we will get started. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Joette. I'm an independent demonstrator, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from New York State in the southern tier of New York in a little town called Horseheads. And it's just down the street from Watkins Glen here or there. And most people know where Watkins Glen is these days. So we are going to do the paper pumpkin today. And yes, normally I am live on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. And I am also wanting people to join my newsletter subscription, not a subscription, but just my newsletter. I send out a monthly newsletter. I try very hard. And there has been so much information that I should send it out more often, but I'm not. I just, you don't want to be spammed. Not that my emails would be spam to you, but I would not do any more than two or three a month. That is the goal, just because my newsletters tend to be so long, and really, do we all read them that long? So I'm trying to just make them shorter, one long one, and then just send little snippets or reminders as the dates get closer. So, all right, we are going to go do bikes and blooms. Get you on my desk. And there we are. Okay, guys. I'm hot, I'm cold. I'm in my basement. It's usually my craft studio is in my basement, and it's usually chillier down here, but I'm hot. So, here we go. Grab my scissors and my bone folder. Okay. So, those of you who don't know about Paper Pumpkin, that is a monthly subscription. You can purchase it with your demonstrator, or if you don't have one, with me on my shop. And I wanted to mention you can sign up for my newsletter I've never done it before, but I'll give it a try. I'll link my newsletter to in the description box below. I've always wanted to say that. And the link for it, and it you can decide to hop on and sign up there. You will get a free tutorial. I can only see half of my face. You will get a free tutorial for a one sheet wonder 6x6, and then you will that'll come in an email as well after you subscribe. And then a week later, you will get another, not really a tutorial, but another email, and that will depict um, another one sheet wonder with different paper and embellishing it, kicking it up a notch. So it's just all in an email. It's the second one is just pictures because you have the tutorial in the first email. So and then you will get one. I try to do it the beginning of the month, but I'm getting better. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, thank you for the thumbs up. This is what it looks like this week or this month. Bikes and Blooms. You need to order the Paper Pumpkin by the 11th of each month. No, by the 10th. Golly, sorry, don't. The 11th of each month, you need to put the order in. Or if you want to hold your subscription, you need to go in and cancel it for that month. I don't know if cancel is the right word, but you can put a hold on it for that particular month. But it only does it for 1 month. So you have to go back in. There we go. You'll have to go back in and cancel it again if you don't want the following month. But I got to tell you, the next 3 months are gorgeous. All right. So Bikes and Blooms. Um, on the back here, it tells us coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors are Basic Black, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, and Silver. I'm Hi, Tony. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. Was that yesterday or today? The days just go all into one. That's all right. Yep, it is dinner time. I know, I know. Thanks for stopping by. Um, if you know me, I've said it a lot. I'm not a gold person, so if there's a lot of gold in DSP and things, I like it, but I don't love it. So I'm seeing silver on here, so we're gonna have to look and rush to see. I think it might be the the bike. The bike looks like it might be silver or a light blue hydrangea hue, maybe a light hue. So we'll have to see. This is the stamp set. It gives you a photo of the stamp set. And this is all the bits. So we're going to go and, oh, it is today. Oh, good. This morning was so long ago, Tony. Have a great dinner. So we're going to go in and empty and open it all up. This is what the instructions look like. We're just going to take it little by little, and I'm going to show you what is all in here. So we are going to make, I believe, 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here is your Old Olive, probably your Calypso Coral, and was it Daffodil Delight? I I you think I would know. Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie. Yeah. So this is going to be your Crushed Curry, Old Olive, and Calypso Coral. Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful envelopes. Now you can also do alternatives with these, and I'll tell you how and why. So this is a card base, okay? So what we normally would do, and the instructions would tell you to do, is to fold it and then burnish it at its crease. Okay, so there's your card base. If you wanted to step it up a little bit, an easy thing to do would be to cut this in half, and then you have a Calypso Coral front for a card base. You'd have 2 of them. All right. If you wanted to go ahead and use, you know, thick basic white cardstock or whatever, that would give you, so you could actually get 2 cards out of these. And that's a lot of times what I do, especially if it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. So here is your Old Olive. Same thing, except there's double color. There is not double color on this one. And then the crushed curry is also double colored there. So I wonder, hmm, I wonder. Well, you know why? Because you're not going to see it anyway, um, because of the bite. So the instructions are flawless for the cards as well. We're going to make one of each of the cards. All right. So there is the Calypso Coral one. It comes with a nice hefty um, backing, and you can use this for crafting as well. It's nice and thick. It is actually called something, and it's escaping me what it's called. I do not throw those away. Here is your bike. So this is not perforated and does not come out. And there's your silver. I don't know if you can see it in the light. You can kind of see it up in here. Yeah, fun. Okay. So we need that, but not for this card. So I'm going to put that up here. Oh, but so we need, so these are all perforated, and these are the bits that we may or may not need for this card, but I'm going to put all the bits out here in front. Oh, this is a big bit. Look at this one. That is the bike. Isn't that gorgeous? And we do need this one for this card, but nothing else, I believe, for this. So we'll take these and put those up there. And this is the three of these. This is a 3 panel here that I'm cutting, that I'm not cutting, I'm just popping out because they're perforated. And this one is not on this card either. All right, so that just took 3 there. And then this is gorgeous. Look at this. This is going to go, I bet you, right there. So sometimes they give you extra. So there's 1, 2. Yep. So they give you 1 extra because we're going to stamp on this. So they're kind of gracious with us and give us an extra. So I do need that. And then I'll put those up there. And the same idea with this. We are also going to use this for a card here. And then we have some extra, not extra, sorry. We have some circles, and then we have some banners for, probably for sentiment would be my guess. Thanks. So we'll put that there. Oh my gosh, look at this. So this one we need, this one. And here's a couple more. And put those up there. Oh, look at these. They look like little clouds, but I don't know what they are because I can't see the other cards. And then this one. That's like half a bike. So that's where this one goes. We're going to put it right on top of there. Oh, and they're 3D. I love that. I love it. Okay. We'll put that there. Make sure there's nothing else in there. And we're going to do this again. These are huge. Look at this. This takes up the whole front of the card. Same as this one. So this one's gonna, oh, we're gonna go this way. Okay, so guess what? There's little pop outs in there. Oh, so beautiful. So Paper Pumpkin is actually for any type of stamper, beginner, medium, you know, you kind of have a little bit of you know, people say they're not creative and there's no thinking in Paper Pumpkin, and it makes you appear to be spot on creative. So it's really nice. I love it. Then you can go ahead and make your own designs, by cutting this and then having two card-based frames so there's so much you can do with it. But we're going to be um yeah, beginner, avid, or extraordinaire, right? Um but sometimes you want to put together something that you've done yourself and you don't have to think about it. So that's what this is. And we're actually starting here with card 2, not on purpose. That's just how I have my ruler down here in case you see it, just so that it keeps me on film, on camera. And then here are the um, stamps. So, oh, and look, you have a little this. So I'm not going to open this. There are some bits with butterflies in them. We're going to put that up there. And I'm not going to open those. And I'm not going to open this. And I'm not going to open this. So, and there's a reason. Um, I already have dimensionals open. I love linen thread, so I have linen thread open. And I don't use these only if I'm going to go somewhere because I already have one open. I have the big pad. It's the same thing. It's perfect for travel. And it is the same thing. I forgot what I was coming to. Oh, my linen thread. I'm like, I forgot what I was doing. And you know what? I might have to use it because my linen thread is upstairs. Okay, so I will use this. I always have one around. So, all right. I have a paper pumpkin. So when you get your first paper pumpkin box for the very first time, you are going to get a block just in the very first box that you get. It's not our typical blocks. It's a very thin one. I usually will trade it out for one of my bigger blocks, but I'm prepping for other classes and all my other blocks are busy. So I have a couple of paper pumpkin blocks. So we'll go ahead and use those. Oops, this is that. All right. So very first thing it tells you to do is to put dimensionals on the bike. So that's this thing. If you can see, tells you exactly, sorry, to put dimensionals on the bike. And those little white octagon looking things are dimensionals, because if you look, you can see our dimensionals are octagon shape. So that is what I'm going to do. Now, if you're a beginner and you're not sure how many to use, you can go ahead and put them on exactly where they say to put them. But I'm a rebel, much without a cause. And I'm just going to go and put them where I feel they go. Now, they give you the mini dimensionals in this kit, which makes sense because there are a lot of areas that are smaller. All right, so like right here. So what I'm going to do is just cut this in half. And I'm going to put half there and half here. And then if you do see it, I do have a way to take them off. And then you're going to go ahead and take them all off. It is a beautiful day. When I got home from the gym and hair, the dogs and I just sat out on the deck and just um, soaked up the sun. And then I scrolled a lot. I did scroll a lot this morning while I was drinking my coffee. It was just exciting just to have a scroll. I had No place to be today. Wednesdays are my home days. So it was fun. So now that it's up, raised up, see how it's raised there? That's what the dimensionals do. Gives it a little bit of depth. Okay. And you'll also see, I'm really not a good one. This also is step 3 here. You see? So watch me, don't watch me, or watch me, but don't. So you don't want to attach this little guy because it wants you to stamp. So you have these 3 flowers here to stamp. All right. And so it wants me to stamp these here. And how do I know? Because there's a small flower, a big flower, and then 2 small flowers. So it's going to look something like that. Good. Now, Stampin' Up! Gives you, I don't know if it's a 3x3 block or a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 block. Well, I guess it's longer here. That's might be 3. Almost 3. All right. I am going to use the flowers on a small block, because I have them, and we'll probably have to use it again. I have different size little blocks as well. All right, so we're going to take our Calypso Coral, and it has the little block, 1 flower on the bottom and the 2 on top. That's how I have mine done. I always, always, always make sure everything's working. Everything's covered. It's working. It's covered. Excuse my head if it gets in the frame. Good. And it even tells you, like, you're going to bring the little flower down here now. So I'm turning my block a little bit and turning. Yep. And then the little flower is coming back over here, and you can kind of see the shape of it. And then that's going there. Now, if you were doing all 3 of these at one time, I would stamp all of these. I'd put them out and stamp them all. That's just what I would do. You have it all out, you get it all dirty. It's wonderful. Then we have this little rectangle with the curved corners, and it has these 2, I don't know if you can see them, but these 2 silver dots here and here. To me, that looks like a license plate or a plate, like, and what they did was put it on here, so it kind of looks like it's stuck to the basket. And then we are going to stamp on that. It says best wishes. And that's this one right here. And I'm going to go ahead with my little itty bitty one. And again, these are new stamps, and I haven't used this color ink pad in a bit. So we just want to make sure that everything is good. And I got it on the edge, so we just want to be careful. Okay. All right. So now we're just going to try our best to get it straight. I think I wiggled, but we'll see. A little wiggle on the B, but I don't think it looks horrible. We're going to keep it. Okay. And again, I would do all the best wishes tags on that. All right. It says we need 3 of the butterflies. And I threw it up here because I didn't think we needed it for this. And then I started, aha. Okay, so there's the butterflies. All right. So this says dimensionals on the back of this. So this is going to be a double raised whammy. Um, the sometimes, just so that you know, Paper Pumpkin does do like a home decor piece or a non-card related kit. And they're very good at letting us know what the next kit entails. It is a surprise, but they let us know if it's 9 cards or 5 bags or whatever it tells us. So I have a dear friend who calls me every month or texts me every month and says, do I want this month's Paper Pumpkin? Because it is she only wants to do cards. So when it's not cards, she just pauses it for that month. And then, you know, the next month, if it's cards and she wants it, then we, she gets it. So yeah, so it's exciting. There you go. So now if you see that, it's like, it's double double, but that's okay because it's fun. All right. And this also is um, dimensionalized. Now, this is where I'm a little different. It says two, one on either end. I like to put one in the middle, and I'll tell you why. So it doesn't sag in the mail. Now, is it a big deal? Probably not. But you take a lot of time to make your cards, your scrapbooking pages, your stuff, and we don't want it to get smushed. So what I mean by smushed, or um, sometimes in the middle, in the mail, it'll get pushed down. And when you put one in the middle, it doesn't. And again, we have raised there too. So that's so fun. Yay. So now, if you know me, I'm really bad at starting these things. My mom will be very proud that I did it. They do give you an ample amount of linen thread. So don't be, use it. If you can't make a bow, then give yourself a little bit of material so you can make a bow. And then um it gets better. It does, it gets better. Hmm. Now see, I would have probably have made this a a double bow, but I'll go by what they're telling me to do. All right. And then I'm going to say that they want you to use a it's a little a glue dot, it's called. And they didn't give us any. So this is what the glue dots look like, and they're flat. There's no dimension to it. And I'm just going to put it right there above the B because they have the bow right here. It's kind of hard to see. So I'll take off the top. It does have and then what I'm going to do is just kind of make it into a, a ball of stick, because I'm just going to I don't want you to see it for one thing. And the other thing, I just want it to be where you've come together here in the middle and tied. Okay. And so that'll just go right over it. And then you can, if you so choose, make your bows smaller, bigger, whatever. All right. So very fun, very easy. And then the next thing we have are the butterflies. Now, they tell you exactly where to put them. And with stamping, with any embellishment, you want to use odd numbers. So they have 3. You're going to use 3. There's one up there. There's one right in there next to the flower, and there's another one in the flowers over here. Okay. I have customers who do it exactly like I do, and then I have some that go rogue. You can do anything you want. It's your card, your creation, your interpretation. All right. So here's my 3. And then you try to do a triangle kind of embellishment pattern. All right. And that's exactly what they did on this one. This one is very um, follows the rules. That's what I'm going to say. Um, missing any okay. I don't think anybody's on here. Oh yes, nope, nobody's with us. That's okay. This is, like I said, a replay warrior video tonight. All right, so there is card number 1. I'll put it up there. And here's the scraps, and there's this, and we'll put that over there. All right. All right. So here is the next one. We're going to do the old olive cardstock. And again, just so you know, there is an embossed line there, and we're going to fold it. We're going to make sure that our corners are corner to corner. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to embellish it, because sometimes the machines don't get it right. Sometimes the human doesn't quite get it right, and you have to readjust. It's easy to adjust. If you get the corners in there, hold it down to where the corners are matched, and then you go in and burnish your embossed lines. Okay, so here we are. This card up here, it tells us it's going to open this way. Okay, so we're going to go like that, and your line here is at the bottom. And so mine's all set up. There we go. We are going to use Have a Lovely Day. So we'll go ahead, we'll go in order. That way I'll be showing you the right way. So Have a Lovely Day is right there. I'm going to make sure it's even with my graph paper here, and then put it on the stamp. I think that's it. 3 butterflies, stamping the flowers again, and some linen thread. Oh, and one more thing, we need that half circle, which is this. So this side here will be going up against here. So you don't need the whole circle. So if you don't have enough paper, if you don't have enough cardstock and you're running it through the die cutting machine, if it doesn't match fully because you don't have enough on that scrap, it's okay. Put the flat end that doesn't get cut right up against the edge of the cardstock. So it could go there, it could go here, it could go over here, could go down here, whatever you want, whatever it'll fit. I mean, that's an easy adjustment to make if you're just a little bit shy of a die cut scrap piece of cardstock. All right, so we have that, we have that, we have the linen thread, and we need this piece here, which is up here. So this is a little banner piece, simple rectangle piece, just like this. All righty. All right. Okay, so here's the picture of the circle with the cut there. So we are going to stamp on it with the straight edge on the right. So we're going to stamp the Have a Lovely Day. It's a new stamp, remember? So we want to make sure it's working. Okay. And then we want to make sure that it's in the center. I'm going to turn this a little bit just so that it's in the center. So right about here, down, hold 2, 3, and then straight up. There we go. Perfecto. All right. And then put that up there. Oh, I didn't get the bike. So we're going to use the bike and one of these just like on the other card here. Whoops, got to get that away from the, okay. So we know we're going to stamp the flowers there. Let's make sure they are the same flowers, and they are not. So I'm going to put that there. And so this time we are looking for a bundle of flowers, which looks like that. So there's a little flower with a nice real big bloom, and then two smaller flowers and a medium flower. So that looks like that. And I bet you that I cannot use that little one, so we're going to use another. All right, and it looks like we're only stamping once. We just have to align it the way that the flowers are. So we're going to practice here. Looks good. So this whole stamp is going to fit and mark up this whole area here. So we want to make sure that we get the little flowers where they belong, and then the big ones will go right where they need to. So there we go. Perfecto. All right. And again, if you were to do this, you would want to do all three of the same cards together and go from there. All right. So this isn't pictured here. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. So this is going to need, and again, I love, if you're new here, then you're going to think this is crazy. I love to use all of the dimensionals through here. That's my favorite. So, and that's just what I did. And then we're going to put this up top over in the corner with a little bit of the corner showing. So just like this, and this evens, it's even right to the top. Okay. And then this one looks like it just wants the glue dots. Oh, it does give you glue dots. I'm sorry. So in the back here, there are glue dots. I am not going to use glue dots for that. I'm going to put my glue right down the center here. Well, maybe. I left it uncapped all night. So for the sake of time, I will just go ahead and use the glue dots. And it wants you to put them right in the middle. So I'm going to put it right in the middle on this. That way I know that I am going to, for sure, everybody will do them differently, but for sure, and then before you take them off, you want to just make sure that they're covered, okay? And they are. So you're gonna, if you're gonna put them on here, put them in the center, and then make sure that, because once you go down, they're gonna be stuck. So I rather see where they're gonna go, but you want to make sure that they're all getting covered up. I hope that makes sense. Oops, I got that all curly. And I got that one all curly. See, I much rather use. I'm going to put more on because I'm afraid that that'll. I could use my take your pick tool, but I am not. For no other reason than I have my scissors in my hand. So now I'm going to turn it this way just so that I know where middle is and where the end of the card is. So there's the edge of the card, and then there's my have a lovely day. Okay. I can't tell if that's crooked or not. It's not crooked here. So we'll go with it for the minute. All right. And then we're going to put dimensionals on this bike. And again, we probably will have to get into the little ones because of the size, but maybe not. Look at there. And I'm going to put this over there. So that'll work. I give myself goals. My goals are to use up all of the dimensionals. That's my goal. And these are pretty wide. These tires are wide, so I don't think we'll have any problem putting them down and keeping them hidden. Maybe over here. Let's see if I have any. I have a little pile that I'm working through. So we will use these. Oh, I rarely open up a new pack. Oops. So if you stick something on and you can see the dimensional, there is a very easy way to fix that with you take your pick tool or something as pointy as that. You just push it in, or your scissors. I've done it with my scissors as well. Oh, and we got to put one down here on this pedal. Now, the reason why that they have a shape to them is because the the embellishment that you are putting down also has a shape, and sometimes the shape is small, like on the tire. And if you had a total square, it would show. But the way that they're octagon shaped, they're able to get right on that tire on the flat sides at the top and the bottom, and it makes it easier to apply. Some people do all sorts of hacks to make sure they get all the backings off. I just put my fingers around, but some people put they draw on their they put lines on their the top part so that when they put it on their embellishment, if the black line is on there, then they know they haven't taken off the the tops of the sticky. So this is telling me that this is going to be on the edge this time. So we're going to edge to the right again, like we did. And we want to make sure that we have, so the seat is going to go over, which that's something that you want to plan out before. See, the seat is over the sentiment circle. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. We're going to go to the edge with the seat over the sentiment circle. So, and I just want to make sure there and that this is on. And then everything else will go around in its place. It looks crooked to me. But once it's down, it's very hard to get something this large up. All at the same time, you know. Let's see if I get the wheel. There, I put it up that way. And then there. So now I had one that was showing. Oh, right here. See how that's showing right there? So all I'm going to do is push it underneath, and then it's not showing anymore. Okay. All right. So for next time, oh, I just lost all my bits. For next time, I want to make sure that this is straight up and that this is on. See, that's how much it's kind of crooked. But that's me and my, and I'm not usually very particular, but guess when I notice something that it is very crooked. And maybe nobody notices it. I guess I can kind of see the flowers. Maybe I can fix it with the flower, with this flower. So we're going to go ahead and put, um, ah, finished. Going to go ahead and put the dimensionals on the back of these flower. And then we will add some up here and up here and down here. Perfect. All right, so let's see if I can kind of, there we go. There we go. So this is a little crooked on here, but you can't tell because it's kind of off-centered. It just makes it look more full. I think that's what you would think of when you saw it. So there. All right. So now we need our bits. I'm going to make another bow here because I had extra from before. Okay. And then I'm just going to shape it like that. And then it's going to go right here. And again, I'm going to use a glue dot. And they're putting it right over in here. I'll take that off. And I'll smush it up a little bit. I'm not really smushing it. I'm kind of rolling it. It's very pliable, so it'll go so that it sticks right where your bow is made. And then you can't see it. And then if you think the tails are too long, you go ahead and you cut them to wherever you wish to put them. All right. I love to see a little pile of stuff. Makes me feel productive. All right. So there's the, oh, nope. Don't let me forget the butterflies. So this is a different way to triangle. So you'll see that, one of my stamps love this thing. You'll see that the triangle of butterflies is here, here, and then up here. So it's a very small one. So there's two up here, just above, one, and then two. They're kind of going different ways. All right, and then there's another one in the flowers, just kind of going straight up from this big one here. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. And you could even put a couple over here, I think, um, to give you a little, to give this a little more, hey, look at me kind of thing, to have something here. So, yeah. All right. So look at that. We have 2 cards. The inside, there's nothing, but there's a thank you. There's a best wishes, things for the front. If you wanted to put um, best wishes out here and put have a lovely day on the inside. If you have another stamp at home from a previous paper pumpkin, you could put something in there, or you could just write. You just write. Best wishes on your retirement, best wishes becoming a grandparent, best wishes becoming a parent, well, I think you need another seat if you're becoming a parent, but, you know, anything. Anything that you could wish somebody good wishes, that would be there. All right, we're coming up on the last one. The last one, I'm going to show you what I would call a double bow, because I'm a double bow girl. All right, so we'll put those up there. And then here is the last one. So we need this guy. All right. And it looks like we're just going to double everything. So we need, are you kidding me? We're going to stamp on these little things. Yay. And then we need the banner. And then oh, we're not going to do a bow on this one. Oh, all right. And then we need this. And then we are going to stamp butterflies. It's funny, if my mom is watching, she's thinking, oh, Joette doesn't like butterflies. It's not that I don't like them. I don't like them enough to decorate with them. Not a bad thing. That's just me. So she's like, oh, she's got to put butterflies on these things. So we have the books, and then we have that, and we have card base. All right, let me make sure I have everything. I think I do. Okay. So, and it tells us, it doesn't tell us the card base, it doesn't tell us is going to go sideways. I mean, it shows us, but like in the first one, no. The first one, it tells us sorry, you can't see. It tells us to crease it here and then rotate it this way. I didn't read it like that, so I'm glad I didn't see that. But I did read it this way, that that's like a book open card. I don't know. Huh. I'm just thinking if you're a first timer, how you want to make it easy. All right, so let's go ahead and just we're not going to do the stamping first yet. Let's put these on because that's fun. Because that's fun to do. Where are my thingies? These little ones are hard for me to work with. See, my fingers are too fat and I bring out 2 or 3 at the one time. That's what happens to me. Whoops. What happened? Where'd it go? I have one without a sticker. There it is. Good. All right, so then I'll take these off. Now, when I say take your pick tool, I love because it has this little pointy spot on it. And then I just lift, poke and 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 lift. So when you have nails or no nails, sometimes no nails, you have trouble getting them off. I think I missed one. Yep, there it is. So this is kind of funny. They're putting, I don't know if this is her bag. And I see that this is her basket. So I'm going to date myself here. Are you guys ready? Cabot Cove with Angela Lansbury, Murder She Wrote. She always rode her bike and had a big basket on it. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, so we have that way and that way. I don't know if I have another little one. I don't, but we have another. I end up with so many acrylic blocks that I'm not really sure whose they are, where they came from. Like there's nothing, no note on here to say what kind it is. It's not a Stampin' Up! One, but all right. So let's go ahead and we'll stamp right on the bike photo. And it says a little one and a big one right here. Is that it? Yep. And then did I not get the little one off? No, I did. All right, butterfly missing. I just felt it, I thought. Hmm. Oh, I put it on here. Oh my gosh, are you like yelling and screaming at me through the computer? Duh, Joette, you put it right there. All right, and this one's gonna go like up over the seat area, like that. Okay. Oops, and then we need to do thank you on this one. And so basically, we've used every stamp except the bike. You could actually put the bike inside, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Whoops, I just hit the camera, sorry. There we go. Whew, it's a good thing we don't have, I'm like 100% on my stamping tonight. All right, so we have that, we have that, we have that, that. All right, so, nope, still not working. Golly darn. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is just going to be 3 of these right along. And I'm going to lift them up, get out, vamoose, see ya. And then we are going to put that straight. Okay, right about there. All right. Okay. So this is how they did it. They kind of made a loop. So they kind of made 2 loops and overcrossed them in the center. Well, you know what's just as easy is taking a large piece of linen. Look, I still have tons left. You're going to take a bigger piece and you are going to make a big, you're going to make a sloppy bow. It's just going to be big and sloppy. Okay. And you want your tails to be just as long. Okay. So this is a little big, so we'll make it smaller. We'll not worry about our tails. And we're going to put it kind of like right there. Okay. We're going to put the dimensionals on this baby. I binged this week on Netflix. It was such a good, I thought it was a movie, so I turned it on thinking I was settling in for a movie, and it wasn't. There was 8 episodes. So I binged those in like 2 days. It is called I Will Find You. Oh my gosh, it was so good. You guys, you'll never guess what I did. I poked right through the dimensionals. Well, that's good. At least it's not a banner. Banners are very easy to make. You can easily make your own. So let's restamp that. Don't know my own strength, I say. Make sure it's straight and down and up. Perfecto. And it's because I don't like those little ones as much. Here we go. Put this one this way. Perfect. Reposition this. It's going to go up on it just a tad. Whoops. There. And then this is a little willy-nilly. So we'll take a little bit off. The other one I like. Because remember, this is going to go on the card base. So we're going to have a little more room this way. Okay. And they are also increasing the card base. All right. I can't do that. I can't increase the card base without there we go. Without bigger. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I've kept you guys almost an hour. I don't feel like I'm talking too much. I don't think I talked too much at the beginning. All right, let's get these on. Oh no, I still have to well, I was trying to help out the newbies because I want them to know that it's okay. I copied these exactly the way they said, and it's okay. And if I didn't, and I made a little mistake or turned something too far or didn't turn something far enough, it's still okay. My darker strip of oh, that's fun. Guess what? That darker strip is matches up down here because it's on the embellished cardstock as well. So you match it up down there. Okay. And then we have to, yeah, yeah. I've got to put all the ones on one block so that I could just clean them. All right, so now let's see. The big one and the two little ones. So it's going to go this way. So you can't see the little thing that I'm trying to meet with. And if it doesn't meet, it's okay. All right. I've been doing this a long time, and sometimes, I'll say a lot of the time, it doesn't meet. Woohoo! It's a little off, but that's okay. That's okay. That's gonna go. Oh no, I didn't do the right one, but it fit. No, I did the right one. No, I didn't. I don't know what they're thinking. I'm gonna go that way. And are we, yep, we're putting dimensionals on here. We can put the little ones on this one. All right. So tonight I am home alone. We have leftover chicken wings, and that is what I am going to go put in the toaster oven and toast up. I don't think this is the right one, but we're going to go with it. Now, I am going to go rogue, I believe, with the, oh, they don't have any butterfly things on here, but you know what? I'm going to put some on here And I'll show you what I mean by, those aren't butterflies. They're right here. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to kind of cockeye it. Don't you stick, you silly goose. There's one there. I'm going to put another one way over. And then I'll put one more down. Well, I'm going to put the other one going in the other way. So that way there's something on the embellishment. I like the embellishment to stick out. It might be too much. So you could bring another one up in there a little bit. But I like something on the embellishment. Otherwise, I wouldn't make the banner. I would have cut the banner a little bit, sorry, and bring it over here, but it'll work out. Hi, Sandy. Oh, yes, I'm on. Just finishing up. Yep, Tony had to get off to go to birthday dinner. So yeah, she's excited. Yep, so we just did the you didn't miss we have been on I've been on forever. I'm sorry that it's so long, but I did all 3 cards for the paper pumpkin. So there they are. Aren't they great? And then you get we used every single every single stamp except the bike. So I'll show you the stamps. So there's the stamps. We use every single one but the bike. And I think these are, yeah, they fit perfectly. They're 2 size. So yes, and the colors are beautiful. They are basic black, calypso coral, crushed curry, Lost Lagoon, old olive, and pecan pie. So this one up here is Lost Lagoon. So yeah. All right. So I will see you all again on Tuesday. Boy, I didn't make a mess of my desk, but um I certainly have been scrapping or crafting. I know I have scrapbooking on my mind. I was going to do a scrapbooking kit, but that would have taken even more than an hour. So I'm glad. Ooh-wee, I'm sorry to take up. So if you're watching the replay, you can fast forward through all the arranging and things. So Sandy, I hope you have a good night. Oh, you did the card from the template. Perfect. Excellent. I'm glad. I will I'll still be on Tuesday. I think that's it. So any questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, and I will try my darndest to put my newsletter link down below the video on YouTube. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Blessings, everybody. Good night.